Howdy folks, it's Walter and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today we are going to follow the Formula calendar like we have been all season. We're going to fly from Austria, which was a Red Bull Ring, over to England for Silverstone. And we got to get there because this next race is right after this one. 2 weeks in a row. So we got to get going. We already did a big look around here in the previous video. So if you want to see more detail, go back and watch that. There's Red Bull Ring right there by the airport. And the next place we're going, there the circuit is only a few miles from that airport too. I try to pick airports as close as I can to the circuit. It just makes sense, even though of course they're not probably using some of these airports themselves because their big planes wouldn't make it. But you know what, we can do it. We're in the Cessna Citation Longitude again. I really wanted to use the King Air 350i, but it would have taken over 4 hours to get there. So we're using the King Air, we're using the Citation Longitude. Should be less than an hour and a half to get there. And it's a sunrise flight today. So there's the sun coming over the mountains into the real world weather with real world traffic. Although from this airport to the next airport, we probably won't run into much traffic, to be honest. So anyway, without further ado, let's get going so we can get this flight done and complete in one video. Parking brake is on. External power on. If there's any available, there's not external power available, so that means we need to start the APU, I guess? How do you do that if you don't have external power available? What do you do? I've never thought of that before. I've always parked where I've had external power available. APU generator's on, the bleed is on. I guess we'll turn the battery. We'll just turn the batteries on. Let's turn on some other lights here. Holy crap, that's hard to see. We do the tail flood. And we'll do the emergency lights to arm, which is up one more. Thank you. Passenger stuff. Batteries on. Let's get the APU started now, please. There we go. That's better. And it should be cranking up, and it is. Okay, so while we're sitting here, panel floodlights, yeah, they're kind of bright, aren't they? Let's turn these things down. Good grief, mamma mia. There we go. Floodlights can come up a little bit. Offset the difference. There we go. Maybe generator switches on. They always are now, ever since the last big update. Yep. APU's ready, probably. It is. Set up the way we want it. We got wind here. FMS is already set. That ugly thing is there. Good. That don't have to change anything. We're not going to. Oh, that's the first waypoint. I'm like, that's not where we're going. Let's see here. Confirm APU bleed is normal, and it is. It's always on now, and APU generator is always on now. Okay. Fewer things to click. External power off. Wasn't even available. All right. Boost pumps on. Let's get this thing started here already. Boost pumps on. Pulse light can come on because we're about ready to start. Ready to start up here. And engine run on. We'll do the right engine first. Hit the button. It should start up if I didn't forget anything. And it is. We'll let that idle in a second here. Then we'll do the other engine. You hear it winding up. Very cool. All right, let's do the other engine now. Even though it's a little early, but we gotta get out of here. Running behind schedule. Make sure that one also starts up, and it is. Very awesome. And then we'll do boost pumps normal in a minute. And then we'll do, well, generators are already on. Don't have to worry about the generators. Down's ready to go. It's at 60. Anything else I need to say while we're starting up? Yeah, let's make this full. There we go. We'll talk about the flight plan in a minute. Once you're ready to go, we're almost ready on that one. 57, 8, 9, 60. I already said generators are on. And APU generator can come off now. We don't need any more because we're up and running. If I can find the click spot for it, that would be very nice. There we go. Come down here, turn it off. Everything just stay running because we are running on engine power now. Alrighty, let's see here. Icing is needed. Yeah, I don't know what the OAT is. Does it tell us down here? I thought it did. Oh, just this timer. I ask this every time I fly this plane, don't I? Well, because of that, we don't know, we're going to turn icing stuff on because we can. It turns some stuff off for us for some reason automatically. Don't know why. But we'll keep it as is. There we go. Alright, that's icing. Set wind. It already is now. I used to have to do this separately. Alrighty, ADIS, and we'll talk about the flight plan. So let's see ADIS. What is it looking like outside?
Zeltweg Airport Information Uniform 0400 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 6 and heavy rain. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,800 feet, ceiling 4,800 feet overcast. Temperature 19er. 2.10. Altimeter 30.00. Visual runway 26 left and visual runway 26 right in use. Landing and departing runway 26 left and runway 26 right. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have uniform.
Alright, we have uniform. We'll do tower in a second. IFR flight. Cruise about 44,000 feet or so. And the flight plan is very simple. We're going to just fly straight out of here. And then as far as our approach, we're just going to go direct. If the weather doesn't change, it's to fly straight in. So we'll do whatever approach they give us. I didn't do any fancy like stars or anything. Our transitions, they'll just tell us what they want. And then if we can, we'll come down here. We'll do the procedure if they give it. I don't know if they give us the stuff. Otherwise, we'll just fly straight in. Nothing terribly crazy to worry about there. Like I said, hour and a half flight in this airplane. I really wanted to do something else, but it'd be over 4, so that wasn't possible at the time. Come on, I want to see the runway and taxi. Here we go. What else? The VNAV should work. Flight plan, there we go. VNAV, it'll hold our speed limit, hold everything for us. Yeah, there's more you can do with this. I just do whatever I need to get the job done. I'm not completely into the whole IFR thing. I'm getting more and more into it. I have done complete FMS flights in the past. Been there, done that. So just do we need to get through. Cool stuff like that. So let's see, what else do we need to do? Nope, did the flight plan and everything, so let's do IFR clearance. Simple as that.
Zeltweg Tower Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 IFR to Echo Golf Bravo Tango, ready to copy.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 is clear to Echo Golf Bravo Tango Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 26 left climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure frequency is 124 decimal for squawk 0071.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 clear to Echo Golf Bravo Tango Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 26 left climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure on 124 decimal 4 squawk 0071.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 readback is correct. Contact ground on 118 decimal 7 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Alright, we can request taxi already.
Zeltweg ground Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 with uniform ready to taxi IFR.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 taxi 2 and hold short of runway 26 left using taxiway Bravo. Contact tower on 135 decimal 375 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 26 left via taxiway Bravo Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Alright, pretty easy and obvious there. Nav source is already on, already set. Don't have to do that anymore. We will turn speed bugs on though. Come here for speed bugs, all on. Where are you? All on. That puts all the cool little things there, rotate, all that stuff. We'll come back here, get ready for the timer. We're ready. Come on. Man, my clicking is terrible today. I think we can put the yoke back in now, I think. I usually wait till I start the timer, I guess. Alrighty, autopilot set up. I totally missed what they were saying because I had to actually step away. Take off 12,000 feet. I wasn't here for the instructions. Whatever. 12,000. 12,000. Hit the refine button. There we go. That's 13,000, buddy. 12,000 is that. Refine button again. Fine tune. There we go. We're going to use flight director. We're going to do nav. Right? Nav. Thank you. Vertical speed. I kind of set this even though I use VNav too. I set this to 2500 because that's what my notes say to do at one point in time. So set that to 25, but I also do VNav. Then we'll do flight level change later. Alright, that should be pretty straightforward. Yeah, come up here and take collision lights, taxi lights on. Yes, sir. Flaps down 1 notch, and let's get ready to taxi. Parking brake off. We'll just make a U-turn here to the left, and we'll tell this guy to duckaroni. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I can't look, can't look. Okay, we should be clear. Nope. Bam, right through the torso. At least we're consistent. It is raining. So we'll see what the rain looks like on this airplane, and then we'll head over to Silverstone in the UK for the next race, where they're also going to be filming the F1 movie there. They're going to add a made-up team, and they're going to do all this racing stuff, and then they'll pull the cars off the track, and then they'll race for Rio or something, or they're going to do it during a practice session. I can't remember the details. I'm sure we're all going to find out in a matter of days. Well, by the time you watch this, is probably already happening. But we'll find out, and then I'll talk about it during my VFR flight of the circuit early next week. And then we might have a week or two off until the next race. I can't remember. I'm going to look out one race at a time, just because I'll forget anyway if I look too far ahead. So anyway, we did request taxi, right? Yeah, obviously we did, or we wouldn't have the taxi in front of us. The taxi blue things, taxi ribbon. Alrighty, we're going pretty fast. There's no need to hurry. I'm not in a hurry in real life or anything. I don't know I'm going so quickly. But anyway, set the parking brake. Request IFR departure. Takeoff clearance.
Zeltweg Tower Turtle Soup Tango, Tango Tango, 41 ready for IFR departure runway, 26 left.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 for 1 altimeter 30.00 wind calm. Cleared for takeoff runway 26 left.
Cleared for takeoff runway 26 left. Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Alrighty, landing lights are on, taxi lights are off, turn on standby power. You see me clicking around during the communication with ATC. Confirm flaps, I will in a second. Stab trim in green, there we go. If you don't know what I'm doing, there's this thing right here you gotta get set up. And flaps are confirmed down 1 notch. And put the yokes back in. There we go, they both should be in, and they are. Start the timer and go. I should have started the timer before I put the yoke in. And timer's up and running. Is also on the display in front of us. Parking brake off, and let's get out of here. And take off. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. I guess I can adjust the GPS zoom here. We'll hand fly out of here for just a second because there are mountains in the way. We might have to deviate from the course a moment because I did not set up a SID, which is a standard instrument departure. I just let the computer do it, which probably wasn't the best idea. Whoops, that's not going to let me see both at once. I was going to adjust my zoom on my GPS, but we'll do that in a minute. Alrighty, pretty standard takeoff here. We've been flying this plane quite a bit, so the next step is for me to learn more about the FMS, if I so choose. And there we go. Rotate, brake, stop the wheels. There we go. Gear coming up, and flaps coming up. And we need to get over to the right as soon as possible. And what are we going to do here? Oh gosh, we're fine. Oh, give me a second. I want to make sure we're clear of these mountains so I can engage autopilot. And contacting.
124.4 for Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Sonic Croatia 414 have the generic in sight. Janix 14905 traffic is 11 o'clock 3 miles at flight level tree 60 generic. Report them in sight. Iberia tree 122 descend and maintain flight level tree 40.
Vienna Center, Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 is passing 6,800 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 Vienna Center altimeter tree 0.00. Continue to bat it as planned. Sun Express 184 descend and maintain flight level tree 60.
Alright, I'm not able to talk much. There's a lot going on. I'm about to talk over the radio. We're missing the mountains because they're the clouds, but that's okay. I'm hand flying still, by the way, if you didn't notice that. Let's engage autopilot. If we engage autopilot, it's going to make us curve steeply to the right, but that's okay. Let's engage autopilot here. We'll let VNAV take over. There we go, coming up at 12,000 feet already. Adjusted the altimeter as they tell us to. Let's hop outside, even though we're going to get new instructions in just a moment here. Yeah, it's going to S-curve us back to the path they want, but that's okay. Now we're going to curve back the other way. There we go, leaving it behind. Through the clouds, that was very quick. You can see the airport right there. Red Bull Ring, the race circuit was right next to the airport. Alright, let's hop inside. Whoa, for some immersion here.
Climb and maintain flight level 220 Turtle Soup Tango Tango Tango
There's
41.
220, we'll do flight level change. That way it'll... Oops, I forgot to auto throttle. What am I doing? Auto throttle, there we go. We'll see what it does. It might... Well, I was thinking it would level us off until we got to 270, but it isn't. So, up to 22,000 feet. We're on our path now. Let's zoom this a little bit more. We don't need to be so close. Come on. These click spots are probably my issue. Anyway, I'll be turning to you loose to some sightseeing. Not much else to say. We've been using this plane a lot. We're just in it for the flight from circuit to circuit. So double check everything. Gear was up a long time ago. Flaps were up a long time ago. Auto throttle engaged. We're using VNAV and flight level change. So icing, we'll keep an eye on icing as needed here. Let's see if it turned my stuff off. It usually does on its own. Yeah, see, I don't know why, but we'll leave it. We'll leave it this time. Alrighty, and then monitor things. Standard barometer 18,000 feet. So there we go. I normally stay with you until cruise, so we can get all the communication with ATC. But I'm not going to worry about it this time. We're just going to go to some sightseeing here. Pretty simple flight, hour and a half or so. So just sightseeing over some clouds. There's a little bit of water. There's some mountains. I'll try to get a little bit of everything for you. So probably several minutes of sightseeing. And then once we get our instructions to descend, we will be back together and I'll talk us through it. Providing ATC doesn't break on me this time. And yeah, very simple. So enjoy the sightseeing and I'll see you when we start getting some more instructions. Alrighty, it looks like we're tipping down. Because we are, we got a flight level change to 2,800, 20,000 feet. And that's what we're doing. And my Maine Coon is petting me, so I might hear noise in the background. Make sure I'm not missing any instructions. But we're flying over the channel, basically. If you're wondering where we are, right there. You can already see over it. Let's just make sure we're not missing any instructions. Alright, let's fly around. You can have a look at what looks like. Oh, it got cloudy. But anyway, I try to get sightseeing of leaving the shore, and then we're about to rejoin the shore. But it's kind of cloudy. Sorry, I'm listening to radio traffic at the same time. Otherwise, time for descent, and the airport is right there coming into view. I had to take over our throttle though, because it happened again where auto throttle just started slowing us down and slowing us down and slowing us down, and we were down like 260 knots ground speed. I'm like, why are we on track for like a 4-hour flight when it's supposed to be an hour and a half? And then I looked over here and auto throttle had us really slow, so I took over and manually did the throttle. Now we're back on auto throttle for the descent, but it was just really strange. Yeah, let me see anything new for us. No. So anyway, so that's why it's taking us a lot longer. Hour and a half already. We should have been there by now, but oh well. Things like that happen with this airplane. Very strange. You think I remember for next time? Otherwise, we're just doing our descent. Nothing terribly exciting. About to reach England very soon, and then we'll either get approach instructions or just fly straight in, depending what they tell us to do. A lot of other air traffic. I have real world traffic turned on, and the radio has just been non-stop no matter what we're doing. Anyway, that's the quick update. We're going to reach shore again here pretty soon. It actually looks like we're barely halfway across, yet you look out the window and it looks like we're about to touch shore. Anyway, if something interesting shows up, I'll give some more sightseeing. Otherwise, it's just the same cloud. So you either hear my voice in a second with more instructions or some sightseeing. I'm anxious to see what's going to happen in my edit. Alright, new instructions, 200 I think they said, but I can't get in to acknowledge it. There we go. 200, 20,000 feet. We'll do a flight level change again. Auto throttle will do a job. We're not going to come down until we slow down, so there we go. And we're over shore. Like literally just crossed over shore. There you go, you can see it. And beautiful farmland. And we do have some weather. Oh, it's broken up now. It was really bad back there, but anyway. We'll just keep descending, and if there's any special entry instructions, we'll do it. Otherwise, it's just a visual straight-in approach. And I'm trusting VNAV to do our speeds and everything, so coming down. Am I getting more instructions? Am I talking over instructions? I don't think so. ATC is all weird. Nope, if it were for us to jump to the bottom. Alrighty, constant radio traffic, and yeah, hopefully this area isn't too busy for the frame rates like Montreal was, but we're kind of middle of nowhere, so don't have to worry about it too much, I don't think. We'll just have to look for some storms. And that's not us, is it? I'm not paying any attention to what they're saying. Nope. Any minute, though, it'll be us.
Instead approach on 13.2.05. Good day. Descend and maintain 10,000 feet, Ryanair 983. Going to 13.2.05 Magic Sun 2282.
Still waiting for instructions, but might as well admire the scenery while we're waiting patiently. We're descending quickly, so we should get our approach instructions any second now. But I mean, if I told you that was real, you would have no reason to not believe me that that is completely real. Oh my word. That's amazing. What are we at? Yeah, we're at 20,000 feet, so I don't know, just waiting for instructions because the airport's right here. So we're what? This is 25 miles. Means 25 miles from there to there. So we're about 50, 65 miles. So any second now we should be getting our entry instructions. Let's hop outside for one of the final times here because it'll get busy. Although if I do the autopilot, well, I think it's a visual landing. If it were VNAV or ILS, the autopilot would bring us all the way to the ground. It does not have auto land, but it would smack us into the ground. That's how this sim works. X-plane, it would take you off again, like you'd lift off again. But in this sim, you can keep autopilot to the ground. Oh, here we go. Not what I was expecting, but it's something. 14,000.
14,000 feet. Turtle Soup Tango. Tango Tango 41.
And there we go. Flight level change. Approach. We'll get the weather from ATC. Landing lights on at 10 grand. I kept them on the whole time because I just like to keep my landing lights on. It's the weird thing I've always done. When this gets to 18,000 feet, we'll hit B on the barometer, get the weather. Not sure. Well, there you go. I was not sure about this. The frame rates are all weird, but it's not as better now. I think things are loading under us, and I have all the real world traffic loaded. There's hundreds and hundreds of planes around me. It's ridiculous. So that's part of it. And my Maine Coon just gave me a look because I'm talking to myself. But just look how beautiful that is. So beautiful. Concentrate. Allow me, Maine Coon is in front of my screen. Dude, I cannot see anything when you're in front of my screen. Nope. Alright, we're below 18,000 feet, so let's hit B for the barometer, and I can't see anything because he's in my way.
Turtle Soup Tango Tango Tango, form 1 descend and maintain 2,500 feet.
2,500?
2,500 feet. Turtle Soup
Okay.
Tango 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 41.
I guess we're not going to get instructions? What is it going to hit? Excuse me. 2,500, flight level change. Alright, it should keep track of our speed and everything for us once we get below 10,000. And not for us. Speed limit 250, preparing for that, so we'll level off until we slow down, and then we'll descend to more. And the throttle is on. We'll keep auto throttle on just until, you know, we're ready to touch down.
Turtle Soup Tango Tango Tango, form 1 you are 41 miles east. Descend and maintain 2,400 feet. Expect vectors visual runway 27 approach. Speed burn 807
can't even get into talk.
1 o'clock 2 miles at 10,400 feet generic.
Come on, here we go.
Report them in sight.
Let me acknowledge. Thank you.
Descend and
There we go.
maintain
Visual approach runway
2,400
27,
feet.
so that's
Expect
due
vectors,
west.
Visual runway 27
And that's all we
approach.
get.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
That is all we get. We can probably come down here. Do you think we can do a visual
Ryanair
27,
281 traffic is 9 o'clock 3
visual
miles
27,
at 9,800 feet generic.
straight in,
Report them in sight.
load and activate. Let's see what it does. Okay, yep, perfect. So we're going to go a little bit out here, and then we'll go straight in. Perfect. That's exactly what I was expecting to happen. And we're going to be behind schedule because autopilot kept us going too slow. We're auto throttle, but no big deal. Alright. Not much to say till we're ready to land this thing, I guess. That's beautiful. So we've got auto spoilers already. The auto arm. Gear down when it's time, flaps down when it's time. And that is all there's left. We're just going to let GPS go in. There's no approach thing for autopilot because there's no IFR landing, so it's visual. So we'll just let autopilot take us to 2,400, and when we see the runway, we'll turn off autopilot, turn off auto throttle, and we'll land. That's how that's going to work. Otherwise, we would hit approach on the autopilot, and the approach would take us straight into the ground if we wanted it to. Even though we don't want it to, we would want to turn off autopilot and land ourselves, but that's what we would do if we had VNAV or anything like that, but we don't. And now I have a different cat meowing outside my door. My goodness sakes. Alrighty, we're just going to hang out here until we get to here on the GPS, and then we'll look for our runway. Barometer set, and landing lights are on. Too early for flaps, too early for gear. I have lost internet connection. I disagree. Oh, please go away. Can I click that off? Thank you. Because I would not be able to see the airport. Alrighty, yeah, we're at 6,800. We got plenty of time to get down to 2,400. So we're more or less on our own now. I don't know if we're going to switch if it's a towered airport. Come on, get away, because I can't land if that's on me. So I don't know if we're going to, if it's a towered airport, it's going to tell us to switch to tower, or if it's just nothing. I don't know. We'll see. They will talk to us till the end, though. But other than that, we're on our own in terms of landing. Some more scenery for y'all to look at in case you know the area. In fact, we can probably do an outside view since we've got everything covered. I wonder if this is a normal size airplane for this airport, and if they normally get this traffic. I don't know if they do. We're pretty low. What's that circle thing over there? That's cool. Huh. Alrighty, very beautiful. I've always liked flying over England in the sim. Seems like we're going to crash, but we're not. They're going to stop us at 2,400, I think. Excuse you. Thank you. That freaked me out a little bit. Too early for gear, like I said. Too early for flaps, like I said. But it's up to us, I think, to determine our speed that we would like. Based on, you know, the POH. Things like that. And maybe we can have, maybe we can have a smoother landing. I think last time was kind of rough, but I think the conditions are kind of rough, if I remember. We haven't had a smooth landing in this one in a while, because we've always had the weirdest weather. But maybe it'll be okay today. Let's see exactly what the weather is there. If I can find it. Can I click on it? There we go. Not going to tell us the weather. Never mind. Alright, do we see an airport out there? I don't see an airport out there. Let's do this. Let's turn off auto throttle here. And let's bring stuff back, slow it down, get flaps and gear out. And then as soon as we see the runway, we will turn off autopilot and land. So now, throttle control is up to us, and speed control is up to us. And not being distracted by the beautiful scenery is up to us. Gear down at this speed, that's okay. And I don't want to go much faster than like 180 probably. Yeah, see, it's supposed to be 200, see? Let's get first set of flaps out. There we go. Okay.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 Airport is 12 miles at your 11 o'clock. Maintain present heading and altitude. Report runway in sight.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
I don't see it. Oops, 3.
Turtle Soup Tango Tango.
I don't see it, but I'm
Tango
going to pretend I
41.
do, and
I
ignore
have
the dog
runway in
barking.
sight.
I'm now a dog owner.
Turtle Soup Tango Tango Tango
Come on, throttle.
12 miles
There
east
you
of
go.
Echo Golf Bravo Tango. Maintain present heading and altitude.
I know. Yep, I know.
Maintain present heading and altitude.
I feel like
Turtle
we're
Soup
going...
Tango 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 41.
Okay, we can tune in traffic. And we're going to announce position.
Echo Golf Bravo Tango. Traffic
That is
Turtle
untowered.
Soup Tango 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 4111 miles east inbound visual runway 27.
So we're landing a business jet at this tiny airport, which is fine. We can do it. We actually are going to fly... No, Silverstone circuit is right here. We're not going to fly over Silverstone. But I feel like we're going like 5 miles an hour. That's hilarious. I'm not going to look outside because just taking those seconds to look outside, we would probably lose all of our speed and crash. Still no runway, but again, I don't really know what I'm looking for. And this is where sometimes mountain flying and stuff can be easier because you know you're looking for a plateau or valley. But here it's all flat. I mean, I could take out the binoculars, I guess, and see if anything is out there. I mean, there we go. Probably this field area. This hasn't rendered yet. That could explain why I haven't seen it. So anyway, I'm hoping I can land this. I used to land jets really well. Like I used to fly the 727 and X-Plane all the time. And I used to fly some of these smaller jets in this simulator. But then for some reason, I suddenly have a hard time with it. And I think it's because when you land a jet, you don't land at idle like you do with prop. That's one thing I always forget. And another thing I forget, I don't know. I just usually come in too slow too soon because I panic that I'm going to overshoot the runway. So I come in too slow too soon. And then we stop, you know, in 25 feet. But we're still on threshold. So I just need to be careful. So here we go. Let's keep our speed down a little bit. Yep. Let me look over here super fast at something. Speed bugs. 125, 127. Okay, oh gosh, okay. That's not what. Yeah. 125. Okay, so I'm below like ideal speeds right now, right? I believe. All on. Oh. The heck? I never knew you had those two. You have takeoff and landing ones. Oh my gosh, I've never noticed that before. How oh, I tell ya. Whatever. I should have seen that a long time ago. Okay, we should be pointing directly at the runway now. I don't see it yet. Do you? Like literally right in front of her face. 3 minutes out or so. Is that it right there? Is that what I chose to land on?
Echo Golf Bravo Tango
That's
traffic
why
Turtle Suit
I
Tango
couldn't
Tango
find it.
41 is on final
Look
runway
at this little
27 to
thing.
land.
Look at this little tiny. Okay, gears down, flaps are down. Spoilers are auto-armed always. We are going to have to literally touch down at the very nearest tip of this runway and practically stall. Is that really our airport? It has to be. No, that's our airport, and then there's some other stuff here. Okay, well, maybe it'll look bigger as it renders in. Maybe it's not so small. Maybe it's just the way it's rendering, it looks small. Yeah, because I'm like, when I looked on the satellite imagery, it was way bigger than that, man. And if you zoom in, this finally rendered in with some numbers and letters. So, okay, it's not that small, but it's small. Smaller than I expected. Come on down. We're really high, aren't we? It's really difficult to judge. Oh gosh, we're way high. What? Hang on a second here. No, we're not that bad, I guess. 500 from this far out? Yeah. Jeez. Man.
200.
This is rough, but we're going to do it. Like I said, we have so much room. Here we go.
50.
Perfect. Ground effects are huge. Okay. There we go. Reversers. Nose wheel down. Wait, did I bounce? Freaking A, man. Oh boy. Reversers didn't engage. There we go. Oh man. That was going so well. And then dive reversers disengaged. Okay. That was going so well. Flaps coming in. Look at that wind though. That's insane. It was going so well and the ground effects just took over for some reason. Oh, come on. And ended up not being good. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Oh well. So it was really good. Ground effects took over and then I stalled. Remember I touched about to touch down. So I did bring the throttles back to idle at the appropriate time, but the ground effects were way stronger than I thought. Or there's a gust, but I doubt there's a gust. Yeah, so ground effects took over, but by then I was already at idle, so then we got too slow. I bounced. Oh, dang it. I was going to be like, this is the perfect landing. Nope. Oh well. They can only get better with more IFR flights, but whatever. Alrighty, here we go. We're going to clear the runway here. If we can. Looking around. And, whoops, come here. Clear of runway. Close enough.
Echo Golf Bravo Tango traffic Turtle Soup Tango 41 is clear of the runway.
We're actually not clear of the runway because we're still on the... Come on. We're still on the area. Okay, so was it a 2-hour flight? Half an hour longer than it's supposed to be, but that's because of the weird auto throttle thing. Where do they want us to land? Right there, I think. Maybe not. We're going to anyway. So here we go. We're going to try to squeeze in here. Yeah, it's the wrong airport for this plane. And, no, that's not. I don't know where they want us. They don't want us anywhere. We don't have a flag person, so we will just park here anyway. So, sorry, dude. Try not to hit anybody. And here we go. Hop inside and let's stop right here. Set the parking brake. What else? Parking brake set all the icing stuff off. Whoops, what am I doing? I need a preset for this over here because I use this all the time. All that stuff comes off. External power on. Is it available? We do have X power available. External power. So therefore we do not need to start the APU. All lights off except tail flood. Turn this stuff off too now. Boom. There we go. Passengers can get up. And then collect their stomachs off the floor. Stop the engines. Just hit stop. Like so. And generators off and batteries off. So generators off. Off, please. Thank you. And batteries off. There we go. And once everybody has deplaned, we can come down here and turn off external power. Whoops. There we go. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I must hit that backwards. That's whatever. I'll figure out what happened there. Doesn't matter. Hop outside. So, yep, now talking about the landing. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you like it, subscribe. And, hit the notification button. Even if you didn't like it, subscribe, because maybe you'll like something else that comes up on the channel. Well, guys, here we are. We'll have to find the Silverstone racetrack, because the next video will start here, and then we'll fly around Silverstone, but not until it's actually happened in real life, which for you could even be today or tomorrow. I don't know. For me, it's a week. Less than a week. It's out there somewhere. There's the city. It's out here somewhere. So anyway, hit the like button also. That way people know we exist. Even if we normally don't hit the like button, that way people know we're here doing this. I'm probably the only one following the entire F1 calendar via Flight Sim. So, unique content. I'm enjoying it. Hopefully you're enjoying it. You must because you're watching. And I'll see you next time.